1992, WBC heavyweight champion Riddick Bowe threw his belt into the trash. Bowe did it to avoid his mandatory challenger, Lennox Lewis. But what really happened? Did Riddick Bowe just shamelessly avoid Lewis? Let's look at the facts. Bowe and Lewis first fought in the Olympic final in 1992.
Riddick Bowe, 21 years old from Brooklyn. Lennox Lewis, 23 from Kitchener, Ontario.
Bowe was getting the best of it and looked to be in control of the fight in round one.
Oh, nice inside uppercut. Another nice inside. Another one by Bowe. Now he's punching with authority. He's not really that sharp. Bowe is much sharper, and he's punching 2 and 3, storing blows at a time, not neglecting the body. So, however slow this is, Bowe has got the edge on aggression and points for punches landed.
In round 2, Lewis caught him with a nice right hand, and the referee stopped the fight.
One more headbutt, and that's a point off. The next another standing 8. I can't believe this. And recording it. The fight is over.
On the 11th of August, 1992, 5 months before Bowe threw his WBC belt into the trash, Bowe was commentating on Lewis's fight with Mike Dixon. Lewis had just scored a 4th round knockout.
He has a date ahead with Evander Holyfield, and Riddick, you watching this very closely. That's your close personal friend in there, Lennox. Look, that's the guy you've always wanted to face.
That's right. Those dinosaurs can't be friends. He's not a friend of mine.
At this point, both Bowe and Lewis were just contenders, and there was no way they would have fought up till this point, because they were just building up their records. Lewis now had a fight booked against Razor Riddick. Bowe had his fight booked for the heavyweight title against Evander Holyfield. Bowe is trashing Lewis and saying Riddick will beat him.
Well, what do you envision in his fight against Razor Riddick?
Well, I think Razor Riddick should prevail with that left hook he has. Lennox hasn't fought anyone in the top 10, and Washington tonight hasn't shown me anything. He's out of his league. He's not ready for a fight with Razor Riddick.
All right, he hasn't fought anybody in the top 10, but he's ranked number 2 by the WBC, ahead of you. Now, how does that happen?
Politics. Let me ask you your opinion. Do you think Lennox can whoop me?
Not. So, well, wait a second. You asking my opinion? You answering for me? I can do that.
Evander Holyfield was the undisputed heavyweight champion after he won the IBF, WBA, and WBC titles when he beat Buster Douglas. Holyfield had successfully defended his titles against George Foreman, Bert Cooper, and Larry Holmes. Bowe was coming off a win over Pierre Coetzee and had the undisputed title fight versus Holyfield already booked.
Camille's lane, 1 punch away from stopping it, and there it is. End of story. Riddick Bowe has a 7th round technical knockout, which should send him forward toward a heavyweight title matchup with Evander Holyfield.
So what happened? Lewis went on to beat Riddick and became the number 1 contender with the WBC.
Ferrandis to try and explode his bombs, but it's all Lewis, and he's got it again. Second round.
It's all over.
It's over. Lennox Lewis has done it. Lennox Lewis will fight for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Bowe beat Holyfield and became the undisputed heavyweight champion, holding the IBF, WBA, and WBC belts, and recognized as number 1 in the division.
New heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy
Bowe and Lewis then had a confrontation after Bowe beat Holyfield.
Shit. I know from what my you're the champion. You're the help from the rest. Well, knock me out. Knock me out there, boy. You ain't nothing to me. Watch your mouth, fucker. Hey, look, man, watch you out of the way, man. You ain't nothing to me.
Now, Lewis was Bowe's WBC mandatory, and Bowe had to fight him to keep the belt. But Bowe had tons of options. Bowe signed a 6-fight deal to make tons of money. He wanted to cash in on his title and defend it against some easier contenders like Michael Dokes, Jesse Ferguson, and a supposedly shot Evander Holyfield. Part of the agreement was a plan to fight Lewis, but they knew Lewis was a risk and they wanted to bank some money first. They had Lewis marked down as the 5th fight of their deal. However, a year later, in November 1993, Bowe would lose his heavyweight titles in a rematch to Holyfield.
And once again, heavyweight champion of the world from Atlanta, Georgia, Evander Holyfield.
A year after that, in September of 1994, Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall and lost his WBC title.
Down goes Lewis, and caught a short left hand inside.
6, 7, 8, 9.
What is this? The WBC's referee has stopped this fight after a count to 9 with Lewis standing in front of him.
Bowe went on to beat Holyfield in their 3rd fight in November 1995. Now he was recognized as the best heavyweight in the world. Him and Lewis were on a collision course again after they had both rebuilt from their losses. Both guys were scheduled to have relatively easy fights, Bowe fighting unknown Polish fighter Andrew Golota, and Lewis fighting a small, seemingly limited Ray Mercer. Lewis had a really close fight with Mercer, which one judge scored a draw, and the other 2 judges gave it to Lewis by 1 point and by 2 points.
6 and 94 for the winner on a split decision, Lennox.
Bowe looked terrible versus Golota, but won the fight on low blows after Golota got disqualified.
That was another low blow. Down goes Bowe, and that's it. It's a disqualification.
It's time that someone that understands that you have to keep the rules in this business.
If Bowe and Lewis had both won these fights impressively, I believe they would have fought in 1996. Sadly, this fight was just not meant to be. Who would have won? We don't know, but it would have been one of the most exciting fights in heavyweight history.